What's up guys, Ashtinho Plays here and welcome back to the FIFA 16 Sheffield United Career Mode series, and today we have 3 games as always, other than the fact it is episode 15 of season 3, and yep, it is not quite all Premier League games in this episode because we have a FA Cup semi-final sandwiched in between. Now that is going to prove interesting because in the previous 2 seasons we've lost in the semi-final stage of the FA Cup. But that is not for now. For now we are going to be worrying about how we are going to beat Spurs, who were beat 3-1 earlier in the season away from home. This time at home it's going to be a more pressured situation, I guess you could say. Because if we don't win, then you know it seriously hinders our goal of trying to reach Champions League football for next season. So yeah, I mean, to keep our dream alive of doing that, we are going to have to win pretty much every game from now until the end of the season in the league. And to do that, we're going to need to be at our absolute best. So it's going to be a tough challenge against a good Spurs side, but you know, we'll see what we can do in this one. As you can see here, our lineup pretty much unchanged from what we use all of the time this season. The one thing that definitely hasn't changed is the 4-4-2 that we use. So yeah, in the early stages of the game, 10 minutes gone, or 11 to be specific, they had their first chance. Icardi here with the header, and it did need saving, but it wasn't really that threatening. Then we had a corner of our own at the other end with 16 minutes on the clock. Skugel doesn't get this one on target, but it is our first close attempt of the game. And then here, Eriksson, really poor challenge, and out of nothing almost, he's sent off, and Spurs are down to 10 men. I mean, what was Christian Eriksen doing there? Honestly, terrible challenge, and I don't think you can argue with that red card. So, at half-time, 0-0, but we were with a one-man advantage, and we should be going on to win the game at this stage. So, early in the second half, Ambrose played in behind the channel, but he doesn't really get anywhere. But look at that goal from Dicko. No space whatsoever, landed right in it, but that is what top strikers do. Sometimes when they don't have much space to work with, they still find that opening. Here, Dicko finds it with the bottom left corner. What a strike that is. And in a hectic 10-minute period, there were a lot of chances. Aaron's here, nearly benefiting from Dicko turning provider. Could have been 1 goal and 1 assist in a very short space of time. But here, Dicko played through by Aaron's this time, who missed the earlier chance, and it is well saved. But a hectic 10-minute period concluded with Declan John crossing in, Tolisso heads it in at the near post, and we took control of the game at 2-0. Tolisso's form has been much better of recent because, you know, like, he struggled to adapt at first, but that's another goal for him now, and he is really starting to adapt into our team and becoming a class player. So, 2 goals and 3 points. Quite simple really against Spurs. 2 wins against Spurs this season. So a nice league double, and that will set us on our way in a tough league period in which if we don't win enough games we won't really have much to reflect on. So yeah, I mean, if we can, you know, give ourselves some positive results in the later stages of the season by winning in this FA Cup semi-final, maybe he's getting into Europe, you know, we're going to be in a strong situation going forward, and there's no reason in particular why we can't win the FA Cup this season, because we've had tough games in the first 2 semi-finals we played against Spurs and Man United, but you know, tough games are a given in the cup, I guess. You gotta beat top teams to win it. And Watford, in theory, should provide an easier challenge, but they are by no means an incompetent side, so I mean, there's nothing guaranteed here whatsoever, and we could very well end up we could end up costing ourselves by being complacent. So, you know, early stages of the game, Watford on the ball here, and they were looking for their first opening. Not much on for Murray here, so he takes the shot, and it is whistling past the post. Ambrose here, though, goes down injured. Really not good news, because he's been a top player for us this season. But Agar comes on in his place, who has also been scoring quite a few goals this season, so we weren't really going to miss him too much, or at least I hope so. We weren't missing any strikers though, because Tolisso was the one who opened the scoring, the midfielder. His good form continues. And yes, it's a rebound goal, but, you know, you got to have instincts and reactions to get there, be in that situation. He had those, and he makes it 1-0. So at half-time, we had a 1-0 advantage, but if you remember the episodes in which we played the previous cup semi-finals, we did go 1-0 up in both of those games, but didn't go on to win. So yeah, I mean, it's certainly nothing to be taken for granted, and this free kick here should be pretty harmless. But it isn't, because no one heads it out, and it's not dealt with on the rebound, because Darlow's on the ground, having punched it out, but none of his defenders help him out whatsoever, and he's left exposed. It's smashed in for 1-1. But with about 15 minutes left to go, Agard brought on in the first half for Ambrose. He cuts in, no one's stopping him, and he scores to make it 2-1. Now, yes, maybe EA will try and argue it is a Claudio Jakob own goal, but let me tell you, there was no real deflections there. I think they're just fabricating any deflections that there may have been. So Agard gets the goal in my opinion. Now Skugel goes down injured here at the end, which is annoying. Hopefully he's not injured for too long. But we've won it. We've won the FA Cup semi-final. And we are through to the FA Cup final for the first time in the career mode. 3 seasons in. It's taken us too long. But we're finally there, and we have a shot of winning silverware. It'll be Liverpool or Newcastle in the final, so yeah. I mean, I don't want to have to end Newcastle's run, so hopefully someone can do it for me, because I wouldn't be able to really cope with having to end their run to win the FA Cup, so yeah. That's what I'm praying for there. I don't want to have to put their run to an end and win the FA Cup at their expense. So we'll see what happens in that game. But for now, for about a month's worth of games on career mode, that will not be the focus. Because we have an important Premier League run in which if we do well, we give ourselves a chance of European football. Because right now we are like, yeah, I guess you could say very much in contention, because we're very close behind Everton and Arsenal in the 5th and 6th places. No, 4th and 5th, because we are 6th. Let me just get my facts right. Yeah, as you can see, Dicko currently top scorer in the league. If he can end the season as top scorer, it'll be golden boot for him and a great season. So, yeah, I mean, in the early stages here, Wisdom has the first effort, but yeah, I mean, the referee gives them a penalty at the other end, but Noble, can he score? No, he can't. He doesn't score, and it stays 0-0. But then Lanzini here, nice piece of skill, and he sets up Chiarte, who really should score that one, but it's a good save by Adala, who spreads himself. And then with 29 minutes gone, this time a similar chance to Wisdom's earlier in the game, but it's saved and there was no rebound opportunities. School here though, he cuts in and passes it inside to Tolisso. He has the shot again. This time Agard is fastest to react, and he scores to make it 1-0. And apologies to the Fine brothers for reacting. In fact, no, Agard reacted. Now, like, hopefully you're not going to copyright Agard for reacting. He had to react to get his goal, you see. Like, reactions are for everyone, the Fine brothers, so you can stop being arses to everyone. Yeah, just talking about general other YouTube stuff there for a bit, but, yeah. So Agard reacts to get the goal. Lanzini doesn't quite get his goal there, but, anyway, later stages of the game, and we are going through on the counter-attack. Will Agard be found and score? He does score, and it is 2-0 with 90 minutes gone. Just stoppage time to play, and we have a 2-goal advantage.
Well, the keeper, he is just flat-footed, and he can...
So, yeah, again, reactions involved in this goal. Now, I'm really cautious about being copyrighted, given the trademark attempts, but... you know, we'll see about that one. Hopefully this video will stay up without copyright infringement from the Fine brothers for reactions. But, yeah, anyways, focusing on the more important stuff, other than some YouTubers being cocky and being horrible to everyone. yeah, we are going to be talking about the fact that we have got a 2-0 win in this game. And let's have a look at the table to see where we're at. We are 6th place on 56 points. As you can see, we are in a really good position to push on. 4 league games left to go, 3 of them next episode, and in the final episode, FA Cup final and the final league game. So, yep, I mean, for now, that is going to be all of the games we are going to play this episode. So if you enjoyed, be sure to leave a like and subscribe. And I will see you guys in the next episode. Peace out.